And we're joined by John Luke Kieper, one of the contestants in the ill-fated 2020 Big Brother Canada. I wanted to ask you, first of all, I know on a show like that, you're always ready for, mind-blowing news to come down. But when you and the other contestants heard that, no, this thing is over because of COVID-19, what was that like?
I mean, they always tell you on the show to expect the unexpected, but nobody was expecting for it all to just be canceled like that, especially due to a pandemic, because that's not happened to any of us before. So it was crazy just experiencing that firsthand, because some of us, we thought it was just the flu. We thought it was maybe something being put on by production, by the show. But once we knew we were out of that house, there were tears. I was heartbroken. It was so many people's dreams. Some people had applied 8 different times to be on that show, and it was just crazy. It was the unthinkable.
Looking at people taking that in, they looked like people who had just heard that a dear friend had died. It looked like it was that bad for them.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. For most of those people, they've spent hundreds of hours watching the show, watching the live feeds, and when they heard their dream was just ripped out from under them, that's enough to send anyone sort of into a frenzy. I know there was tears all over. I had moments where I cried in the house. I beat up a pillow because I got so emotional half the time. But
so I was looking at some of the comments from fans of the show, raising the possibility that, who knows, they could gather the remaining cast of that show back together and maybe do a restart. What do you think?
Well, as much as I would love to go back, which I would if I was asked, it'd probably be pretty tough to get 12 of those people back in the house. But production's done some pretty crazy things in the past, and they've brought back players before. So I don't think it's out of the question that we could be going back. But at this point, it's all speculation. If I get the call, I'm going back in there because I got some unfinished business to do. I want that $100,000, and I miss some of the people. You make some crazy friendships in there. You make some enemies, and it's a wild time. So.
But the producers haven't given you any indication if that's an utter impossibility or whether there's a shadow of a hope for that?
At this point, no. Production's been pretty tight-lipped. They're usually about that because it's Big Brother. They try and keep it secret. They don't reveal the cast until a week before the show. So if I hear, it's not going to be for a while, but right. I'm going to keep the ears open.
Right now, after that sudden forced breakup of this whole group. Did you manage to hold on to some of the friendships that you established while you were on that program?
It's wild because you think, I was only in the Big Brother house for 25 days, but I made some friends that I'm going to have for life. For instance, Michael Stubley is one of my best friends now. He's originally from Prince George, lived in Kelowna for a while. We're thinking about coming out here together, and he's just a great guy. I still talk to Madeline D'Annunzio all the time. She's amazing. She was like my big sister in the house. And Rianne Swanson, who's also from Kelowna. She is the greatest. She's a nurse here, fighting on the front lines. And same with, Jamar, King Jamar, Hira Diol, all these people, Sheldon Jean, Brooklyn Warnock, some of the people I just really connected with. I only had 25 days in there, but they're going to be friends for life, and we still talk all the time. Like, the Big Brother community is just so connected, and it's wild.
It seemed like that particular show was kind of cursed. It was sort of the train wreck of Big Brother Canada. You had people excluding themselves, getting evicted for things. It was tumultuous.
I kind of look at us as the lost season. We definitely had some controversies going on. We only had one real eviction, which was my buddy Michael Stubley. But I think it kind of makes us stand out among other seasons. It wasn't normal. It was a good time, and that might be the hardest reason to bring us all back, is because we could only get through one eviction. But
maybe after all those problems, they just don't want anything more to do with that group.
I would understand it if so, but I'm really hoping to get back in there. So.
All right. Well, it's great talking to you, John Luke Kieper.
Oh, it means the world to me. Thanks for having me, Ken. Always a pleasure.
Okay.